Hey there, I'm Chef Ani and today we are making the perfect summer dessert to make this summer. This is a fresh strawberry pie to fulfill all your strawberry dreams. It is strawberry season here in New England. We have beautiful fresh strawberries. I could not be more excited about this recipe. It is one of my favorites. I have made it multiple times this year because it is such a favorite around this house and my family love it so much that when I make it for them, it just disappears right before my eyes. So I hope you enjoy this recipe as much as I do. I cannot wait to make it with you right now. So enough talking, let's get cooking. So the first thing we're going to do is to make our pie crust really quick. Now you can either use my recipe for pie crust or you can use your favorite pie crust recipe. But this pie crust we're making today could not be any simpler. We're going to start with some flour and a little salt. I love to make this dough in a food processor because it goes so quickly, but if you don't have a food processor, you can do this in a bowl. The next thing we're going to add is our coconut oil and a little lemon juice, and we're just going to pulse this mixture until it resembles a sand-like consistency. And we're going to add in a little bit of ice water, a little at a time, until our dough can hold together. So as you can see, it's still a crumbly consistency, but when you squeeze it, it has no trouble coming into a dough. But you don't want this to be too wet because we want that dry kind of dough. That way our pie crust becomes nice and light and flaky. Now we're going to roll out our pie crust, and the easiest way I have found is to use a piece of saran wrap. Just make sure it doesn't like bunch up and crinkle because it'll be a lot harder to put it into the pie tin. But if you don't want to use saran wrap, you could also use parchment paper or whatever you like to use, but this just makes it super simple. And we just want to get it kind of into a disc shape. And then we're just going to roll out our dough into a nice circular shape. This is what I love about using saran wrap. You just take it and you just loosen it around the sides, and then you stick your hand under there, pie tin right close by, and then you just go like, hello, just like that. And then what I like about the saran wrap is I don't immediately take it out. I will just use the saran wrap to kind of help me. And if it cracks a little bit, that's okay. There's gonna be a lot of strawberries in here, so don't worry about that. Now we're just going to make the little crinkled edge, and you can really do whatever you like. So I remember growing up, my mom would take a fork, do you remember that? And just like press it around the top. That's a simple way to do it. Or you can like make pinchy shape. It's a very simple shape. It's not anything fancy, but that's what I normally do. It's my go-to pie shaping technique because it's just simple. Piece of parchment paper down in the bottom. And I use these baking beans over and over again. You just bake with them and then you just put them in a bag and keep them for next time, and they work very well. Moving on to our filling, we actually have a couple of steps with our filling. We have a blended part that we cook that goes over the beautiful berries and creates this very beautiful pie. So we're going to start with our blended portion of the filling. Of course, we want this pie to be very rich in strawberry flavor, so I'm going to use some fresh strawberries in the blender. But if you don't have that many berries, I would recommend that you save your fresh berries for the part in the pie where you want the whole berry, and maybe put frozen strawberries in this part. Next, we're going to add in some fresh lime juice and blend this. And we're going to add in a few more ingredients, starting with some all-natural cane sugar, a little bit of salt, and I like to add in some vanilla bean paste, but if you don't have vanilla bean paste, you can add in vanilla extract. Vanilla adds such a nice flavor to this dessert. And then we're going to bring this to a simmer. In the meantime, we're going to make a slurry with some cornstarch and a little bit of water. So now that we've let this simmer for a little bit, we're going to add in our slurry, and we want to make sure that we add it in and stir at the same time. And then we're just going to cook out that cornstarch for a couple minutes. So once the mixture is cooled, we're going to pour it over our beautiful fresh strawberries and make sure everything is nicely coated before adding it to our pie crust. Then you just top it with your favorite non-dairy whipped cream and enjoy. As you can tell, this is a family favorite This is hands down one of my favorite recipes, utilizing those gorgeous fresh strawberries, a perfect summer treat. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I post new videos every Wednesday and I look forward to seeing you next Wednesday with another video.